Good morning and welcome back to the Now Morning Show, where from international relations to International Ambassador of Diwali 2023, the Now Morning Show has it all. And the pageant representative for Trinidad and Tobago would have captured the title of first runner-up. Evita Persad joins us this morning to tell us about the experience, and we say welcome to the Now Morning Show, Evita.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. Good morning, everyone looking. And thank you for having me.
For sure. As we were saying before the break, it was necessary because first off, we didn't even know this title existed, let alone that we had a representative that took it so far.
Yes.
So let me say congratulations therein.
Thank you so much.
It must have been quite the experience, but how did you discover altogether this option?
Well, I had known about the pageant from last year, actually. However, actually being called for the pageant, I found out a week before. You won't believe it.
Oh, wow.
And I have no experience in pageantry. So this was really a challenge for me, but I took it head on. I was given the opportunity by last year's previous winner. So she was actually the ambassador, and from Trinidad and Tobago, Miss Karishma Badram. She's my dear friend and was my mentor throughout this entire experience. So this is how I found out about it. So she had the opportunity to find someone, a delegate from Trinidad and Tobago, and she asked me. And, well, without hesitation, I volunteered. I don't know, any moment I was just like, you know what, it's a good opportunity, why not take it?
Fair. Now, describe to anybody looking on what that opportunity entails. Because when we hear pageantry, we know you're representing somewhere, someone, but titles have different obligations or rules that they execute.
Yes, they
so
do.
can you describe to us what the ambassador for Diwali would be?
So what you would have to do as the ambassador for Diwali would be to spread the message that Diwali will entail with it. So Diwali is about goodness over evil, light over darkness, and you want to embody that as someone who is representing this. So not only in our country, but what the ambassador would have done is if GoPO, which is the organization that's in charge of this, were to say you have to go out of the country to represent, you would have to take that title and you would have to go and you would have to show the importance of Diwali and spread what it is about.
Well, we know that you did exactly that because we have you as the second runner-up therein, but that experience itself must have been incredulous. Tell me about being in Guadeloupe, was it?
Yes, it was Guadeloupe.
Which is actually a French-speaking country.
It was.
Hosting this incredible pageant.
Well, personally, I don't speak French, so it was a bit of a shock.
Right.
But nevertheless, the people there are really friendly and they didn't make you feel different. You felt included. Right. The experience was amazing, I won't lie, because you get to meet so many wonderful people. Like these girls I met from all over the world. There were 10 of us in total this year. It was supposed to be 11. One of them couldn't make it for personal reasons. But you get to meet and interact with people from all around the world. That alone in itself was such a blessing.
I can imagine.
Yes.
Now, this from somebody who went to UWI and studied sciences, actually.
Yes, yes.
Definitely stepping out of your comfort zone.
It was.
So tell me what you would hope that persons take away from you venturing out into this limb, if you will.
I would say never give up an opportunity when one arises. Even if you are not certain and you feel like you cannot do something like this, never think never, right? It's not like that. You always have that capability within you to achieve something that you never thought possible because, as I said, I am not trained in pageantry. This is my first ever pageant, believe it or not. Catwalk, I have never done any of these things. Even the dance form that we were required to do, Bharatanatyam, I wasn't trained in it. So I had to learn that. And thanks to my wonderful dance teacher, Mr. Neil Ramuta, the artistic director of Prima Shakti Dances and Theatre Production, where I am a performer, he actually sacrificed his Saturday morning before Diwali. At 6 a.m. in the morning, I was by his home learning this dance. And I was carded to fly on Diwali, but we ended up getting a couple extra days, which I'm thankful for because I found out like 2 days before Diwali that I would be participating in this.
Well, granted that you were headhunted almost by the previous ambassador,
Yes.
does that mean you are now obligated to find the next ambassador for
Yes.
Trinidad?
So as far as I know, for next year's delegate for the pageant, I would be required to find someone to, well, take up this role.
Oh boy. So what would you say to the potential delegates out there, or persons considering the option?
Well, I'd say you could use me as an example. Even if you are not 100% certain, don't give up on such a wonderful opportunity. I mean, you're getting to represent this beautiful twin island of Trinidad and Tobago on an international level. It's not something that you should give up. You should always grasp at this type of opportunity.
Beautiful. Evita, what is happening next with you? Because after the pageant or beyond the pageant, we have studies, we are home.
Yes.
Where can we find you and what are
Well,
you doing
I am
next?
currently, well, I'm a graduate of the University of the West Indies, as you would have known. I majored in both biochemistry and biology. So my goal is to actually one day get into forensics. So it's been a passion of mine since I have been pretty small, like since 8. I've known what I wanted to do, and I didn't let go of that. I know many people change their minds. However, I kept to that. I'm still on the market for a job, of course. But regardless, I also, earlier this year, alongside my family, started a business. So Isa Style and Stationery. So we offer IT consultations, administrative support, web design. We also do customization and stationaries, and we offer extra lessons.
Wow, a lot going on.
A
and
lot's
she's
going
still
on.
looking to fill the role of that beautiful crown being held high again. Well, let me again extend congratulations to you for taking that leap of faith, if you will,
Thank you
and
so
succeeding
much.
thus far, for continuing with your dreams and for inspiring all who are watching this morning.
Thank you
Evita.
for having me.
An absolute pleasure to have you on set. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you're going to be more curious about her, and I'm sure you can find out more about Evita and, of course, the title of Ambassador for Diwali coming up for 2024. But until then, we will chat her up during the break as we have to take one here on the Now Morning Show. We'll be back after these messages.